Salamat, ma'am.
Next question po, Christian Yusores, DZMM.
Yusek, pinag-aaralan po ng Senado na i-declare na persona non grata yung ilang officials ng Chinese Embassy. And nauna na po yung Municipality of Kalayaan sa Palawan na i-declare as persona non grata si Chinese Ambassador Jing Quan. Ang Malacanang po ba ay pag-aaralan din na mag-declare ng persona non grata sa officials ng Chinese Embassy?
Kahapon po ay nakausap po mismo natin si Secretary Tess Lazaro para ipaalam po sa mga kababayan natin kung ano ang stance ng DFA at ng pamahalaan. Babasahin ko po sa inyo ang statement mismo mula sa DFA. The Department of Foreign Affairs takes note of the proposed resolutions in both houses of the Philippine Congress that calls for declaring diplomatic personnel of the Chinese Embassy as persona non grata. The declaration of persona non grata is one of the most severe forms of diplomatic action that can be imposed by the government against foreign diplomatic personnel. While it is within the remit of the DFA, such an action is an option of last resort, second only to downgrading of relations, when diplomatic relations with a certain country has seriously fractured that no intervening remedy can stabilize the interaction and engagement. It also carries tremendous implications moving forward, such as reciprocal action or other countermeasures in other areas, which is why it should not be made lightly and decided only with careful and clear thought and preparedness for how it will shape the Philippines' strategic interests moving forward. The DFA remains committed to its mandate to conduct diplomacy in an appropriate and effective manner that advances the overall national interest. It is in direct communication with the Chinese government on various bilateral and international issues that are of great importance to the Philippines. It is hoped that the DFA would be provided with ample space to perform its functions and to sort out issues with foreign counterparts through dialogue and consultation rather than through public discourse, in accordance with the President's vision and guidance as the architect of Philippine foreign policy. End of quote.
Isang follow-up lang, ma'am. Nabanggit din po ni Senator Lacson kanina sa isang panayam na regardless kung makapagpasa sila ng resolution for declaring persona non grata, at the end of the day, si Pangulo pa rin po ang magde-decide kung magpapataw ng ganong decision. Ano po yung, may nabanggit po ba ang Pangulo? Is he aware dito sa nagiging palitan ng Chinese and Philippine officials? And ano po ang position niya dito?
Aware po siya at nakikipag-usap din po siya kay Secretary Tess Lazaro. At ang aking nabanggit na sinasabi nating polisiya, yun po ang sinasabi ng Pangulo.
Next question po, Ivan Mayrina, GMA News.
Yusek, nabanggit niyo po ang pagdedeklarang persona non grata is an option of last resort. But are we drawing a red line beyond which the diplomats cannot go beyond that line? Kasi ang sinasabi ng mga mababatas natin, disrespectful, undiplomatic, interfering na itong mga nagiging pahayag ng Chinese ambassador. Meron hubang line na huwag naman siyang lalampas dyan because we might be constrained to take action.
Sa ganyan pong mga katanungan na mas malalim at dapat na polisiya pa rin ang pagtugon, may kasamang polisiya mula sa DFA at sa Pangulo, ibabato ko na lamang po ang sa katanungan na yan mismo kay Secretary Tess Lazaro.
Last na lang po, sa gitna po nitong umiinit na world war, is the President more inclined to de-escalate or to take firm action?
Pwede naman pong pagsamahin. Pwede naman pong magkaroon ng firm action with diplomacy.
Salamat.
Next question po, Christian Bascones, PRTV.
Morning, Yusek. Nung nakaraang ASEAN chair, that was the Malaysia, given the fact na naging successful po yung paglagda ng ASEAN-China Free Trade Agreement o ACFTA 3.0, yun po may mga nangyayaring ganitong sigalot between, sabi nga po ni Sir Ivan, world war between the Chinese embassy and also the government officials of the Philippines. Alam naman po natin na matagal nang pinag-uusapan at itinutulak ang South China Sea Code of Conduct bilang kasunduan sa pagitan ng ASEAN at China para maiwasan ng gulo sa kadakatang teritoryo, most particularly ang South China Sea at West Philippine Sea po. As the Philippines chairs ASEAN in 2026 and hosts the Foreign Ministers' retreat in Cebu, how is the palace advancing abiding South China Sea Code of Conduct while promoting ASEAN unity and stability?
Una po, kahit po nung tayo ay nagkaroon ng kapihan, sinabi din po ng Pangulo na siya ay umaasa na magkakaroon po at magkakaroon na po ng agreement regarding dito sa Code of Conduct. At pati po ang DFA, ay sinabi na ay umaasa sila at committed sila na ito po ay mapirmahan, magkaroon na ng tuldok para po magkaroon tayo ng Code of Conduct patungkol po dito sa South China Sea, West Philippine Sea.
So, during this chairmanship of the Philippines?
Yes, opo. Isa po ito sa agenda po ng Pangulo.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, bago lang pong nilabas na statement ng Chinese Embassy, would ask for palace reaction. Ang sabi po ng Chinese Embassy, there is but one person who has the authority to ask Ambassador Jing to leave the Philippines, and that is President Marcos. If he were to receive such notice from President Marcos, he would depart immediately. Ano pong reaction ng palace?
Wala pa pong reaksyon patungkol po dyan. Kasasabi ko lamang po kung ano po yung sinabi ng polisiya at na ina-adapt po ng DFA.